Would you believe if I tell you that Doomsaw actually saved a company which is worth about $26 billion? The Doomsaw that we know, the Doomsaw that is being characterized by the governance of His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama, allegedly. I'm about to tell you a story of one of the most biggest cyber attacks that has ever hit a company. A company in the heart of Denmark called Maersk was hit by one of the most devastating cyber attacks that has ever happened. And I want us to pick a few cues and learn from that particular disaster. It was a sunny afternoon in the heart of Copenhagen, June 2017, when one of the biggest shipping companies in the world was going about its normal duties. Employees were working, everybody was doing what they were supposed to do. Ships were being loaded, cargoes was being offloaded. They were going about their normal duties. And then within hours, they were hit by one of the biggest cyber attacks in the world. And mind you, this was a company which is responsible for about 20% of the world's shipping. You could imagine the kind of damage that this cyber attack would cause this company. So this is how it all began. It was a simple software update that was created by Russian hackers, allegedly, that was being used to attack Ukraine. And this virus was planted into an accounting software that was used by millions of businesses across the world. And someone might ask, how could this happen? Was there no security systems in the company? It was as a result of some of the bankers in the company who refused to actually update some of their softwares. Apparently, they were using some old Windows software, but they shouldn't be using. They should have updated to the newer version, but they refused to do it. So these hackers planted these viruses, and all of a sudden, there was a black screen that came upon most of the computers in the office in Ukraine. Within hours, it started spreading like wildfire. And it was so devastating to the extent you couldn't even get any access to your computer to even pay, let's say, a ransom to these hackers. I remember this particular virus was not made for a ransom. They actually wanted to destroy. So there was a backing. As I said, it was allegedly created by Russian hackers. The virus started spreading from computer to computer, from network to network, infiltrating every single system in a spot, taking over every single computer, every single system in the Maersk, one of the biggest shipping companies in the world, was blacked out by this simple virus. Ports were being closed. Cargoes couldn't be moved. Nothing could be done. Millions of dollars were being lost. They had called every single network that they had across the world globally to see if they could recover their network and start operating all over again. And suddenly, the Almighty God, there was one single office, one small single office in Ghana that was being affected by blackout. What we call the Doomsaw is what saved this particular company. So what happened is, during the time of the virus, when the virus was attacking that particular company, that small office in Ghana had a blackout. They had no power. So their computers were off. So that was the only computer that was left that they could get their entire system back. So what did they do? They called that company. And immediately they put together all the information that they needed and they put it on the drive to move the drive straight to Denmark. And guess what happened? The people in Ghana who were supposed to move the hard disks had no visas. They couldn't travel to Denmark because they had no visas. So they had to take that particular disk all the way to Nigeria, and then they sent the disk from Nigeria all the way to Denmark. That was the only way this company was saved. The data was taken all the way back to Denmark, and all of a sudden, Maersk, the authorities in Maersk issued checks to almost all their employees to go out and buy new computers. They were buying computers from every single shop. They gave them blank checks to start buying and start reinstalling every single data that they had available back on it. The point I'm trying to make is we live in a world where we are so interconnected. We live in a world where we are so connected to the extent, even if YouTube goes down, all of us will feel like that's the end of the world. Imagine if MTN goes down or Vodafone, T-Mobile goes down. How are we going to connect with each other? Are we going back to the olden days where we need to walk to other people's houses to see how they're faring? Look how you feel when you lose your phone. Look how you feel when the internet is down on your phone. It seems like your whole world is being shattered. Put in a comment what you think would happen if these technologies are no more. My name is Canton, and I'm the last species of a lineage that's been destroyed. A masterpiece that is immune to imitation. A paragon that is crafted with modern cognition. My name is Canton.